Hello, my dear audience. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. I want to begin this review by making one statement very clear. I bear no ill will whatsoever towards the Jewish people, save for their intermittent and incessant promotion of male genital mutilation, commonly known in parlance as circumcision. You see the book I am reviewing, I hope? Bris. Let us proceed to look through it, shall we? The top side of the cover page. The day Sophie became a big sister, the phone rang and rang. Rebecca had the baby, Aunt Luba repeated. It's a boy, and the bris will be next Tuesday. Baby's bris chronicles the first 8 days of baby's life as streamed through the eyes of his big sister as the family gathers and plans are made. Sophie is overwhelmed by all the commotion and the insurance that Bris is a promise we all make to help a new baby learn and grow as a member of the Jewish community. I want to reiterate what I said from the beginning. I bear no ill will whatsoever towards the Jews, save only for their constant promotion of this practice. Sadly, that is plenty ill will enough, I fear. The lively dialogue and pictures perfectly capture the warmth and joy of this family celebration. Susan Laliski, illustrated by Judith Friedman. The day Sophie became a big sister, Aunt Luba held her close and gushed, Mazel tov, you have a baby brother. So lucky you are. Sophie squirmed from Auntie's arms and watched her dab tears that trickled from her eyes. Why are you crying? Sophie asked. These are happy tears, Luba began. I'm crying because I'm happy. And I'm crying because today is so special for you. Sophie never heard of happy tears, and she wondered why this day was so special for her. She hoped today so special meant double veg cookies for dessert and staying up extra late. She found instead that meant a bell that chimed and chimed, a phone that rang and rang, and an aunt that talked and talked. Rebecca had the baby. Aunt Luba would say, a boy, the bris will be next Tuesday. Mazel tov to you too. The second day Sophie was a big sister, she visited Mama in the hospital. My big girl, Mama said, hugging her tight, come see our new baby. They walked down the hall to the nursery. Sophie looked through the big window at the tiny babies. Over there, Daddy, pointed in the corner. That's your brother. Sophie, he and Mama leaned so close they fogged the glass. Sophie stayed put. They do a reasonable rendition of the art. I will grant them this. The third day, Sophie was a big sister. Baby came home. He was wrapped in a soft blanket. Just his face peeked out. Look at his eyes, Aunt Luba said, cradling him gently. He has Papa Benny's eyes. He'll see the world through Baba's smiling eyes. Sophie went to the wall where the family pictures hung. She looked closely at Papa Benny. His eyes were dark blue, almost purple. She didn't think his eyes matched baby's, but staying close to his picture made Sophie remember the silly songs Papa Benny used to sing to her. The fourth day, Sophie was a big sister. Grandpa and Nana came with their big brown suitcase and bags of Nana's tasty foods. Sophie, sweet Sophie, Grandpa called, his arms open wide. Sophie flew into them. So big you got, sweet Sophie, so big. When we reached in Grandpa's shirt pocket, he always hid treats there, usually a stick of licorice, sometimes a colorful shell. This time she found a small shiny box, and the box was a gold star on a chain. You're a big sister now, Grandpa explained. That's an important thing to be, a big sister. This gift is an important gift. Sophie thought Grandma was making too much of this big sister business. Still, she let Nana help her put on her new necklace, and Sophie helped Nana load the freezer with her special foods. No one makes rouglache like you or Nana's rouglache, Nana declared. That night, after a big Shabbat dinner, friends and neighbors came by to nosh and chat and celebrate baby. Sophie celebrated Nana's rouglache. I'm presuming that's some kind of Jewish food. The 5th day, Sophie was the big sister. She went with Daddy and Nana and Grandpa to the synagogue. And look, it's nice and ceremonial. Communicating, this is a part of our culture. What makes us who we are? How dare those evil human rights activists attack this practice? How dare they? The 5th day, Sophie was the big sister. She went with Daddy and Nana and Grandpa to the synagogue. Mazel tov, said Rabbi Wahlberg. I look forward to the bris. Mazel tov. And Mrs. Green, I'll make a big white fish salad for the bris. Bris, 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 Sophie cried. Why was everyone as excited when I had my bris? Nana sighed and drew Sophie near. When you were born, sweet Sophie, were filled with such love and joy that felt like the sun was shining just for us, and we celebrated your birth in a very special way. Sophie listened carefully. It wasn't a bris, Nana continued, as those are just for boys. Your ceremony was called a Simchat Bat. We danced and sang and thanked God for blessing us with you, our beautiful Sophie. And, added Mrs. Green, made a nice white fish salad for your party, too. The 6th day, Sophie was the big sister. Kissing cousins, Shelley and Stanley came. They kissed Sophie and Aunt Luba and Mama and Daddy and Nana and Grandpa, and they kissed baby's fingers and toes. And a good long look at him. He seems wise, Shelley said. He has a wise way about him, maybe. Yes, said Stanley. They'll be wise like Great Uncle Saul was. Sophie never knew Great Uncle Saul, so Luba touched his picture. This man, she said, this is Great Uncle Saul. He was a knowing man, a smart man. Sophie studied the picture. He did look smart, she thought. Then she looked at baby. He looked sleepy. And it looks almost like a birthday party with the balloons. How cute. The 7th day, Sophie was the big sister. Aunt Luba took her shopping. For the bris, Luba said, you should have a new dress. I can get a new dress? Sophie asked. Even if the bris isn't for me? The bris is not just for baby, Aunt Luba stroked Sophie's hair. It's for you too. It's for all of us. Sophie didn't think baby's bris was for anyone but baby, but she had fun picking out a flowery dress with a big bow. No, baby needs something special to wear, Luba said. They walked back to a small shop. Luba told the storekeeper about the new baby. He needs his first kippah, she said. I wish you a hearty mazel tov, the man replied. He placed a basket of tiny yummelets, whatever that is, on the glass counter. You picked Sophie, Auntie said. Sophie looked carefully at each of them, then she smiled and picked one up. I like to call her in this one, dark blue, almost purple. The 8th day, Sophie was the big sister. She went to her baby brother's bris. The house filled early with friends and relatives and good food and drink. Baby was upstairs with Mama. When the mohel arrived, everyone gathered in the living room. It was time. Oh, they're coming here as a community. How sweet. Kissing cousins Shelley and Stanley carried baby into the room on a big lazy pillow. Daddy proudly took his son and set him on Grandpa's lap. With the birth of each child, the Moho began, we make a promise. He held baby high for everyone to say. Today, each of us, our own way, promises to help this baby grow to be a good Jewish man. A man who knows God's law and does good deeds. This ceremony is a symbol of that promise. Lee slipped her hand into Luba's. Is it my promise too? She asked. It's yours too, Sophie. It's very much yours. Luba pointed to the wall pictures and it was theirs too. They promised. Sophie asked. They did. Everyone who came before and everyone who is yet to come. Everyone promises. Everyone's linked. Sophie ran her fingers along her new chain. She felt how each tiny circle is connected to the one before and to the next. Oh, tradition, heritage. Blessed are you, O God, who has given us the next of this bris. Mel was saying, placing baby back on Grandpa's lap. She opened baby's diaper and removed the small skin from him. Oh yes, mention a small bit of skin, not 2/3 of the nerves in the penis. How convenient. Baby cried, but stopped as soon as he was warm in his blanket again. Is baby okay? Sophie asked Luba. No, he's just a neural shock. He's fine, Sophie. He's just fine. Daddy and Mama recited a second blessing to welcome baby to the Jewish people. Mazel Tov! Everyone cheered. Mazel Tov! Oh, the happy couple drinking like lovers they are. How sweet! The Mohel sang Kaddish over a cup of wine. Then the room became perfectly still as he looked toward Mama and Daddy to reveal baby's name. This is Benjamin Saul, Daddy called out. May he live a life full of laughter and love like our Papa Benny. And be eager to grow, to learn and grow wise like our great uncle Saul. Mama added, may we all come together again to celebrate his bar mitzvah. Stanley joined in, and again to see him standing under his wedding chuppah, Shelley said. Grandma Rose, you see the grandpa holding the baby here. Hope you can see it. Grandpa rose from his seat, Benny snug in his arms. Benjamin Saul should one day know the joy of passing down our traditions to a child of his own. Daddy cried tears. Sophie knew we're happy ones. Let's celebrate Benny as we welcome him into our Jewish family, Mama announced. Everyone feasted and sang and drank and couldn't get over how delicious Nana's Rugelach, whatever that is, again, was. We had something more important to do. She had a promise to keep. Can I hold Benny? She asked, Mama. Of course you can, Mama said. Sophie sat on the couch near the wall family picture. She held Benny close. You have to try to be good, she whispered, letting his tiny hand squeeze her finger. There is so much I need to teach you about, she said, feeling big and smart. Like Grandpa, she went on. He hides treats in his shirt pocket. And Nana, Sophie said, smiling, makes the best Rugelach. Then she looked deep into Benny's eyes. And Papa Benny, he used to sing the silly songs to me. Do you want to hear one? Sophie made a funny face and sang a silly song just for Benny on the day of his bris. How sweet and Indian to a tale about ritual genital mutilation. This book tries to whitewash the realities of what Brit Mila is and pretend it's something other than child abuse. It's sexual/physical abuse, and I have nothing but contempt for the practice. absolute contempt for the practice. And not because Jews do it, I just don't think it should be exempt from criticism because Jews do it. I have the same amount of respect for my own parents' decision to subject me to a secular circumcision. In other words, none! This book, with its cute illustrations, tries to brainwash children into thinking that it's a sweet, harmless, and time-honored tradition, and that because of all that, we should just pretend away all the serious moral issues with performing surgery on a non-consenting minor. My disgust cannot be measured in words. I'm aware that burning this book, being as it is a supposed sweet and innocent children's book with a Jewish motive, would send all the wrong messages, so I'll settle for just attacking it verbally. This book is wrong. It is an abomination. It tries to portray a obsolete socio/medical practice as something innocent and time-honored. The practice of Brit Shalom is where the future of the Jewish people lies if they hope to survive in civilized society. I have no wish whatsoever to see them exterminated. I am not Hitler. I do not sympathize with him. He was a crazy person. I just dislike circumcision out of a secular sense of morality. I retract that. I dislike male genital mutilation. That term makes it an issue of religion and medicine rather than an issue of morality, of human rights. So altogether, this book should be forgotten like the trash it is. To be fair, it might be an interesting cultural artifact in another 60 years or so, where I hope to see a generation going, they did that to babies back then? The same way many Americans react now to learning that in the latest mid-70s, clitoridectomy was covered by American insurance. I hope that we live to see that day.